welcome to the best episodes of Credit 101. This is episode 17. So, episode 17, and the actual episode for Credit 101 is actually episode 30. So, if you want to see like the original video, that's going to be episode 30. So, definitely go and check that out. If you guys have the membership, then you guys have a guide that we're going to go over. It's not necessarily a guide, but it's actually a worksheet. It's a way that you guys can keep track of actually checking your credit reports. I do think that we should check our credit reports monthly because you could have something that happen. Maybe you don't have any type of monitoring going on. You need to know about these different things right away. Me, I always talk about credit, so I'm definitely looking. But you guys may not be doing it. You know, they may not be checking them monthly. So I put a guide together that's something real quick that you guys can use so that you guys can stay on track of checking your credit monthly. Because once you get your credit good, trust me, you don't want to mess it up. You like, I learned my lesson. I have good credit now. I don't want to mess it up. Or if you work and even get it better, you want to stay in a habit. Like I was reading the Think and Grow Rich book and I fell off and I'm like, I need to get back on to read it. But if you got a habit of, okay, you pick yourself up faster, this is on a monthly basis, you can get back into your disputing thing too, if you wasn't actually disputing. Because say if you checked on January, February, you skip March, you can always be like, dang, it is technically, I would say like a fun day, like I do for myself, like once a month, like, okay, on the last day of the month, I'm going to go get myself a nice little treat because I bribe myself with snacks. I sure do. I'll get myself a cake or something like that. Or I'll take myself out to eat and then I'll do like my major things. And you can be like, okay, it's time for me to go ahead and treat myself. This is one of my tasks. Let me get it done. I know I didn't do it last month, but I'm going to get back into doing it this month. I fell off on my reading. I think I was off of my reading for about a week and a half or less or more, but I got back in it. And my goal is when I fall off of stuff, can I just get back quicker? Like, can I pull myself together faster? When I stop running, can I not go years without running again? Can I just go a month and miss it, or like a few days? You know, my goal is to run 3 times a week. So I just want you guys to understand that, because this is a guide that I want you guys to really use for the rest of the time you're using credit. If you're going to have credit, you're going to have a credit report. I think that we should just have this habit. So I want you guys to understand that this is not just something that you want to just do for 2 months and never do it again. You want to stay on top of this, and that's going to help you keep your credit tight. Okay, so let's go into this full guide. If you guys don't have a membership, check below in the comments and the description. I have the link for the $1 trial for the membership, and it's for 7 days, and it's literally just, at the time of recording, this is just $9.99 per month. Like, literally, I made it so cheap that anybody can actually get it. But what you want to do is you want to actually check your credit reports. So we're able to get our credit report from annualcreditreport.com. We're able to get our credit report once a year from them. They're required every 12 months. They have to give us our credit report unless we deny for credit or something like that. Now, that's not always easy for people to get it from them. Right now it's easy because we're able to get them for a week because of the big thing that happened in 2020. I don't want to say the word. I don't know if it's going to be a problem for me saying it, but the big thing that happened in 2020, they let us get our credit reports every week now. So when you go on there, you definitely going to be able to get it, because there's no way you get your credit report technically every week. So go to annualcreditreport.com and get it from them. If you can't get it from them because we're back on that 12-month thing, you didn't get denied, just have Credit Karma, and Credit Karma send you alerts too, and you can stay on top of your alerts. You just really need to protect your credit, you all, because it's very, very important. It dictates so much, you know. So just make sure you stay on top of your credit. So you can just put your personal information up here because you want to make sure that when you look at your credit report, this personal information is on there. Within a membership, I do have a lot of guides in here that shows you exactly how your credit report should look in terms of what it should say. Like, my name should be this. I should only have one social security number, one date of birth. Check out those guides too if you're not used to checking it. But you can put this information here. You can just leave it there. But I just like to put the information in there. Now let's get into it. So every month you're checking it. So January, February, March. You see you have 3 Januaries here. You have to put the date that you actually check it. And don't forget you got 3 different credit bureaus. You don't just have one, or they're not just one. You got 3 separate ones. So you got to check it because Experian might have an error. Equifax messing up. They put a duplicate account on my credit report before. So you guys have to, and the other ones didn't have that. So you got to understand that each one of them can be different. Experian could have deleted everything, but TransUnion could have kept something on there, or they put something new back on. You just don't know. So each one of them is different. So make sure you guys are checking each of them. Just put the date that you actually checked it. You already know this is Equifax. You'll leave this here. Did you find any errors? Yes or no? Do you have any disputes filed? Yes or no? And then also, have you taken any action or put any notes down like, oh, that collection is finally off of my credit report? You could put a note, so you can see like the different changes. My credit score was a little lower because of my utilization. Keep notes to yourself because it shows you changes too within your credit. Oh, this is when I got approved for that credit card and my credit score went up 20 points. Like, I like to see stuff like that for myself. So after the year, when you do a recap of your whole year, you'll be able to see the different positive changes or negative things or what you have to work on. If you have notes about the disputes, you can put that there too. But you can see you have January through April here, and I put keep going, you are doing great. I like motivation, stuff like that. I need it. I need encouragement. So I have that, and then on this page I actually have where you can actually start circling the yes or no. But I really wanted y'all to get used to actually going an extra mile and doing more on the first page. I just feel like when I put more tension for myself to get started, finishing it gonna be easier because all I gotta do literally is just put the date that I checked it. Hopefully ain't nothing there. I just said no, my credit score is up 20 points. My credit score is I got approved for this credit card. I just put the notes and call it a day. This don't even really have to take that long, honestly. You can just look in Credit Karma too to see if you got. Look under the negative accounts, the derogatory accounts. Look up under there and see if you have anything derogatory up under there. Scan through your credit report on there to give you a credit report. And that's free. And then plus you have Experian.com that can give you your Experian credit report, so you'll be good. Scroll through those apps. Oh, I ain't got nothing new. Okay, no. But at least you kept track of it, and you put some in your notes that you have to put down. Hey, next month, go ahead and apply for this card, or I just got approved for this credit card. Just put stuff there that you wish that you could remember. I'm learning to write so much stuff down because so much stuff come to me, so many ideas come to me. I'm writing all this stuff down, and I can use these notes, and you guys can too for the next month. Don't forget to apply for that care credit card, and you paying out the credit cards now. Next month, apply for the care credit. So when you come in for June, like, oh, I was supposed to apply for that care credit. Let me go ahead and do that. Whatever the case may be, but just add notes for every month, basically. And then make sure you guys are checking your credit report every month. I have the link here for annualcreditreport.com. Check for any errors, look for any incorrect information, any unfamiliar accounts, any unauthorized inquiries to you guys, because you want to remove that too. And you guys should have a freeze on your credit reports. That's something I let you guys know, that you need to have a freeze on your credit reports. You just don't want to have your credit reports. You don't want to have access to it. You don't want to give access to anybody that got your social security number because they can pull your credit report, or they can get accounts to your name. You just don't want to have access. So make sure you freeze your credit report, and then make sure that you file any disputes. I gave you free dispute letters within the membership. They are in the membership. There's no reason why you should have negative accounts. You have free dispute letters, enough to, honestly, if you wanted to. I'm not an attorney, I'm not getting legal advice, but the dispute letters I have in here for sure, looking at what I have to do to sue in my case, you have the dispute letters there to actually go all the way if you needed to. All you have to do is just make sure you use this sheet every month, and then just stay on top of, checking your credit reports, your disputes, and any follow-up actions, and you guys will be great. But that is everything. this whole thing is going to be inside the membership, so download it down below if you already have the membership. If you don't have it, it's $1 trial to get started, like literally $1 to get started, $1 for 7 days. So check it out. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to episode 18 of the best episodes of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about the third-party bureaus and why you guys need to monitor them. Now, the original episode is episode 53, so go back and watch 53 if you want additional information. What we're going to talk about now is an actual checklist that I put together for you guys so that you guys can actually know. I have the website information, the phone number for the third-party bureaus, and then I tell you the name of the third-party bureaus, because maybe you're like, I don't even know the name. I tell you the name of them. It's 9 of them here. And if you guys are watching this because you already have the Credit 101 membership, just make sure you guys download it. It's down below. Just download it and you guys will know all of this information. But I have basically the information of 9 different companies. We're going to talk about 2 of them here, but you guys can see the other companies on here, and I tell you guys what they are, and you guys can call them and request a copy of your credit report, because you guys need to start monitoring them. And then you need to put on here when the last time you checked it. You need to really check this every 3 months. You know how the credit bureaus, we literally get alerts all the time from the credit bureaus. They're alerting us about these different third-party bureaus. So we need to check every 3 months, okay? Now let's go ahead and look at the actual checklist that you guys can use. Again, if you guys already have the membership, go ahead and download it down below. And if you don't have a membership, it's $1 trial for 7 days, and then after that it's just $9.99, and you guys get over 40 downloads. This is just one of them. So the third-party bureaus. Now, in addition to Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, there are several third-party bureaus. They're all are not listed here, but a lot of them are listed here. And I want you guys to check this every 3 months. Okay, so make sure you guys check these every 3 months. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is check systems. Now, when I was young, I worked at a bank, and check systems was something that they always checked. It basically is information related to your checking and savings accounts, and then especially account closures, saying you owe money or you have unpaid fees, or maybe you have fraud. So whenever you want to open up a checkings account, a lot of times they're going to check your check systems. You know how to usually check your credit report when you want a credit card, but when you want a checking and savings account, mostly checking accounts, because you're going to have a debit card, they want to check your check system. So if you find out that you can get approved for an account, it's probably because you have negative things on check system saying that you still owe money. And if they do say that while you're at the bank and you're trying to get an account, then you need to ask them for the actual report, or you need to go and get that report yourself. Again, every 3 months, you guys, we need to check this. So here go check systems. Here's their phone number. Here's their website. You can literally go to their website and you guys can get a copy of your report, and you guys can also do a dispute too. So you can actually do a dispute. So if you find that there's stuff that's on here that should be on here, you can actually do a dispute on your own. So definitely you can do a dispute, because a lot of times when you get your report, you already have your report because you got it from the company. But you can definitely get it here. But if you see his information on there, you need to do an actual dispute. So this is how you actually get your report. Again, you want to do this every 3 months and put on here the last time you actually got it. So you'll put right here the date that it was last checked, and then the notes. If you want to set a reminder in your phone, like on one day, maybe once a quarter. It's a few other things you need to do. Just make that be one of the things that you need to do. Take a week to get these different things done and check on them. And if you see anything that's there that should not be there, then you really need to send in the dispute letter. So we have another one, which is Innovis, whatever you want to call it. I heard it multiple ways. I just want you guys to hear, like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I heard that before, so that you guys can actually call the companies or know exactly what's going on. So credit information similar to what's already on our TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian report. is here. And some lenders actually get their report from this, especially with all the disputing that we're doing now, y'all. A lot of these companies are like, keep on it. They already know what's happening. So they want to go to some of these third-party bureaus and get your information from there because they know that you're not disputing that most likely. But any bureau that's holding information for us, I found, can be listed under FCRA. So they have a duty to make sure that this information is accurate. That's what I found out. They have a duty to make sure all the information is accurate. And if it's not accurate and I dispute it, then they have to verify it, update it, or delete it. So think of these as like all the other bureaus, basically, because when you get your report, if you see anything bad on there, you guys, you have to make sure you guys do a dispute. So let's actually go ahead and go to the website. If for those people that don't like to go to the website, you can call them too, okay? Don't overthink, just call. Now for the other one, I did not talk about security freeze, but you definitely can limit access to your credit report. You can do a security freeze. You can do the fraud, active duty alerts. We talked about that in Credit 101. You guys can definitely do that, and you can dispute information. It's a bureau, you guys. Think of them just like TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, but I always think about like they ain't got the number of accounts like them. They don't have a lot of people buying these reports. They have companies buying it, but just they not as huge as the main companies, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. Think about all of the stores you may have in your area, but you know that, Walmart, Target, their main store, their big stores, they got a lot of locations. It's rare that they won't have that everywhere. You know what I mean? Think of it like that. They're like a TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, a big company, but that don't mean you could not. If you don't have a Walmart or you don't have a Target, that don't mean you couldn't go somewhere else to get information, to go get things in your neighborhood. And think about them as this is another place where people can get a credit report. But you can click right here and order your report. And if you guys see anything inaccurate, you can do the dispute here. But that dispute letter that I gave you guys, and we literally just went over the dispute letter. The dispute letter that I gave to you guys in episode 13, I believe that's the one that's recorded last. Episode 13, you can use that dispute letter to remove these accounts, whatever you see on here. And when I say credit bureau name and address, you're using whatever company it is that's listed here. Again, it's 9 of them. I just went over 2 of them. Find out what other bureaus are there and literally treat them just like any other credit bureau. They're not special, okay? And the 3 credit bureaus are not special. Send dispute letter. This account should not be here. Do a follow-up dispute. Episode 13, I give you the dispute letter that you can use. And also we talk about follow-up responses. It's nothing special, okay? But these third-party bureaus need to be checked every 3 months to make sure that the information is accurate on here. So hopefully this is helpful. If you don't have the membership already, again, I have a $1 trial down below for the first 7 days. And then after that, it's only going to be $9.99. Literally, I made it so affordable so that anybody can have it. And you guys don't have commercials like you may have on wherever you probably watching this at, okay? So this is a good thing. This is definitely a good thing. You already have a membership. Thank you. Put any comments. If you have any questions, put the comments within the course, and then I can go ahead and answer them that way. That way you have direct connection with me because I can answer those comments for you all. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, welcome to episode 19 of Credit 101, at least the best episodes of Credit 101. Let me back up. This is the best episodes of Credit 101. The actual episode of Credit 101 is actually episode 55. So in this episode, we're going to talk about the first steps to actually get out of debt. And I actually created a debt reduction planner. This is just to start getting the ball rolling. Say, hey, you know what? Let me just try to do this for 2 months. Let me give myself 2 months. Let me just stick to this one plan. And then I'll go from there and just keep changing my plan. That's what this is. So it's multiple steps you can do, and we're going to go over it. It's 6 steps that you have to take total, and this is an actual copy of it, but we're going to go over it. If you guys are in a membership, because it's the actual Credit 101 membership, go ahead and download it down below. You already have access to it. If you guys don't have the credit membership, it's only $1 for the first 7 days. After that, it's going to be $9.99. Like literally I have it under $10 monthly for this, you guys. So definitely check it out. It's down below in the description and in the comments. You have over 40 different downloads like checklists, worksheets, dispute letters, and guides. Some great information. And if you guys have the membership, this could really make sure that going through these different steps can make sure that your credit score is going up. Like this is stuff that I wanted to make sure I created for like my kids, my family. And also I just feel like if I knew this information, my credit would have always stayed lit. Since I turned 18. Before I was 18, I would have made sure my credit was lit with this information. And my parents could have probably did the same thing, made sure my credit was lit. But let's go into this because we need to think about actually reducing our debt. So this is the actual planner, you guys. So this is only going to be set a time like 3 months. Say for 3 months, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, these are cards I'm gonna pay down. You know, we're gonna go over that. So prioritize your debts, organize your debt. You are actually create a plan to pay off the debt over time. So use this guide to track your progress and then stay motivated on your journey to the financial freedom. So the first thing is you want to start listing your debts. If for some reason you got more debts than this, that's fine. Get you another piece of paper or just start in a regular notebook and start listening. Just put step 1, put the date at the top, because again, every 3 months you want to do it. Do step number 1 and literally just list the name of the credit card company, the total amount that you owe, what's your interest rate on it, what's the minimum payment, what's the due date for, like what day of the month is it due, what's the current balance, and what's the priority. Now, when it come down to debts, honestly, I like to do highest interest first. And the reason why I like to do highest interest first, because I want to pay less over time. So I will pick whichever one have the highest interest. But you have credit cards, personal loan, car loans, student loans, medical debt. Just go ahead and fill this in. And again, this is going to be a 3-month plan right now. We're just trying to figure out what this is right now. And then we're going to come back in here and edit certain things and change certain things, because maybe you're going to pay stuff off faster. Maybe it's going to take longer. Maybe something happened. We just need to go back in here and edit a few things. So you just know where you need to start. Now, there's going to be methods. You have to choose what debt repayment strategy is best for you. Now, I told y'all, like, I love to do the avalanche method, basically. So the debt avalanche is actually the second. The first one is just a debt snowball. So that's mostly Dave Ramsey. He say focus on paying your smallest debt first. So list them in priority from the smallest debt to the highest debt. Make sure that you pay the first debt first. Make the minimum payment on all the other ones. If you have any money left over, make sure you guys put that additional money on the first one, the first priority, until that is paid off. And then whatever that minimum payment is, plus any extra money that you have, you start putting that on the second one that you have. That's new. That's now your first new priority. So this is going to be quick wins, and it's going to motivate you by eliminating smaller debts faster. So that is the debt snowball method. Now, the debt avalanche method, I'll say this for more people that's going to be very strict. You're not playing with this debt. Like, you at the point where you're like, I didn't have this debt for too long. I need to start getting this stuff taken care of. I need to pay this off, but I want to get it done the fastest I can get it done. And I want to basically pay the less in interest. This can be the fastest technically because you're paying less in interest. If you're paying less in interest, that extra money that you would have put on interest, you can actually put it on your additional debts. So that's why I like the debt avalanche method. So you're going to focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first while making the minimum payments on the others. That's what this method is. Once the highest debt is paid, then apply the payment to the next debt with the highest interest rate. This is going to save more money on interest, and it's going to be faster debt payoff overall. So you need to pick what's your strategy. Are you going to do snowball or are you going to do avalanche? Just check it off. Now, the next thing is create the monthly payment plan. So you just section to plan your debt payments each month based on your chosen repayment strategy. So you can say, hey, the debt you're going to focus on for January, maybe you could just put priority 1 and 2. What's the extra payments you're going to make? What's the minimum payment? So what's the total that you actually have paid too? So it's actually January through December on here. So you can put 2020, put the dates on here basically. I don't want to say no dates out loud because this can actually be used in the future too. We don't want to be in 2030 and this can still work. Even though it's 2024, we're recording this, but still put the dates on here, and just put what you dedicating to pay on these different debts. Now, after that, you want to actually track your progress. So monitor the progress over time by updating your current balances each month. So you can actually have a pencil here, you guys, and you can actually pencil it in, or you can put step 4 in that notebook I was telling you about. And every month, just keep, turn the page, updating it, changing it. Or you can print this out, and this whole thing can be a monthly tracker, whatever you want to do. But put whatever your starting balance is, and what's your current balance, and then what's the goal? Where do you want it to have it at? Okay. And then make sure you celebrate milestones. So set small goals and celebrate your progress that you pay off each debt. So whether if it's just paying off one credit card, or you just actually reducing your total debt by a certain percentage, rewarding yourself is going to be so much better. So make sure you guys reward yourself so that you can stay motivated. I told y'all I gained a lot of weight by motivating myself with food. Now I motivate myself by saying, oh my gosh, once you do this, you're going to have more money to take that one trip that you want. You want to go here, and that total trip is $10,000, something like that. I'm motivating myself on things that I want for the future. And I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, you paying this off going to help with your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, your family, generations to come. I motivate myself by that. Or you can just take yourself out, especially if you're on a high debt payment. Maybe you certain things you just cut out. Maybe you don't eat out, so now you go out to eat for one day. Maybe you just go pick up something. Say, okay, I'm just gonna get some fast food. It's not gonna be more than $20. You do whatever you got to do, but just make sure that you guys are rewarding yourself. That's the biggest part. And adjust your plan as needed. So your financial situation is going to change. You may need to actually adjust this plan. So review the plan every 3 months to make sure it's still working for you. And if it's not working for you, edit it. Okay, make it work for you. Maybe you was on a plan and you fell off. Okay, if you fell off, just get back on. I had that happen plenty of times, and certain things I fell off on, and I go back and I'm like, dang, I haven't did this since 2021. Certain things, not this, but like whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, it's 2024, I'm back on it. I don't care. I just want to make sure I don't have a 3-year gap anymore. Okay, maybe if I fall off, I fell off from last week. I fell off from last month or 2 months or something. I don't want to go far, but still, don't make it 3 years. Yeah. So make sure you guys stay on top of these different things. If you have the membership, go ahead and download it below. Get y'all a notebook, like I said, and pair it with this. It can just be your debt reduction planner. Throw this right up in there. Throw this right in there and just start paying off those debts and figure out what you want, snowball or avalanche. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Get your membership down below, $1 for the first 7 days. After that, it's literally less than $10. Seriously. I made it super cheap so anybody can have it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, welcome to episode 20 of the best episodes of Credit 101. The original episode for this one was actually Credit 101, episode 20, episode 59. So you see, we got so many documents here. If you guys are already in a membership, these are basically all the downloadables that I created, the guides, the dispute letters, the checklist, all the things that I have made for you guys, a worksheet. If I created like a worksheet or a guide for you, these are all of them here. It's literally over 40 of them. If you guys do not have a membership, go ahead and get the membership. I create all this stuff for you. At the time of record, it's only $9.99 per month, and it's a 7-day trial for just $1. So it's no reason why you guys cannot get it. And you can see it's so much valuable, so many valuable things here. So with this episode, we're going to talk about budgeting quickly and effectively. And to me, when it comes down to budget, you just need to know what's all coming in and what's all going out, literally, and then setting how much should be going out too, so that you don't go over that number. The problem is sometimes we just don't do it. And I'm going to say we, because sometimes with me, if certain things get too chaotic, I got a lot of stuff going on, I'm just like, forget it, because it's just too complicated. If I was to just dumb it down, make it easy, make it simple, I'll get it done. And that's why I created that utilization sheet that you guys can purchase too. I have the utilization tracker. I put all my credit cards on there. I know when I need to pay my credit cards. I have a due date. If I have 0% APR credit cards, I have those highlighted. I put what day I need to make sure I pay it by to never pay interest. I just have that on there, and I just go and make sure all these things sometimes is paid off. I use that to just double check, making sure stuff is paid off. I don't make stuff complicated. I just feel like as long as it's getting done and it's effective, that's all that matters. Sometimes we make stuff so overly complicated, nothing gets done. So that's why I made this budgeting worksheet, because it's just so easy just to go through this and just make sure everything is on here and that you're paying it the way that you should pay it. So I created this for you guys. For those people that don't have a budget, this is an easy way for you guys to just get into budgeting some. So let's actually go over the budgeting worksheet together. Again, if you guys have a membership, you can download it below and you can use it, and hopefully it'll be very helpful to you guys. So the first thing is you have to calculate all the money that you have coming in. You need to know how much you have coming in to even know how much you can potentially have going out. Because if you have more money going out than going in, you have to figure out, are you using too much money on your credit cards in? Are you using your credit cards as basically a crutch for you because you don't see your expenses as much? You have to look at these different things. But when it comes down to your income, you'll put your salary or your wages after your taxes on here, and this is going to be for the month, so monthly. Okay, this is not going to be for the week. This is going to be for a month. And then also, if you have any type of side gig or freelancing gig, put it right here. Any income here, your rental income, child support or alimony, investment income, or other. Maybe you get other income from something else, whatever that is. You can go ahead and put that on this line, and then add it all up, and then that's how much you get per month. That will help you figure out how much money you have coming in per month. Now, the next thing is you need to look at your fixed monthly expenses, your rent and mortgage, your utilities, your internet and cable, your phone bill, your insurance, your car payment, your loan payments, your subscriptions, your childcare, and other. These are all of your fixed expenses. This is where you're paying a certain amount per month. And I know with mine, with childcare, is actually per week that I'm paying, but I can easily do times 4. Make it simple, y'all. Or if it's 5 weeks in that month, I like to just go based off of maybe a Friday. I still go off of that, even though my income is not based off of a Friday. I still go based off of a Friday and say, hey, how many Fridays I have in this month? And I calculate that way. But with childcare, I got to pay it on a Monday, though. So maybe you'll go based off of Monday. But whatever y'all want to do, just calculate. If it's 4 you paying every week, just put 4 times, multiply by 4 or multiply by 5, depending on how many weeks it is and what day you have to actually pay it. Okay, so just calculate all of your expenses, and then track your variable expenses too. These things are not fixed. Even though groceries should be fixed, I think groceries should be a fixed amount that you're spending every month. But what's your estimated amount? When it comes down to gas, what's your estimated amount? Dining out, shopping, personal care, medical expenses, and any other expenses, what is the estimated amount that you want to pay? And then at the end of the month, you can come back in and say, what was your actual amount? Now, estimated, you want to stay at that amount. If you're budgeting a certain amount, you want to stay at that amount. Now, the next thing, set aside some money for your savings. So you may want to aim to save 20% of your income. And doing this is going to help you make sure that you have a good savings plan. So 20% of it, you could be putting money into your emergency fund. Once you have your emergency fund full, maybe you want to put into your retirement accounts, where your 401k, and for me, maybe your IRA, saving for a big purchase, maybe a house or a car, putting some money to the side for that, vacation, college, or just other, whatever it is. Y'all can put whatever y'all want to put on here, but just whatever you want to save money for, you'll just make sure you put the amount that you plan to save. And then calculate your totals. What's the total monthly income? What's the total expenses on this line? What's your total variable expenses? What's your total savings? And then what you're going to do is you're going to do income minus expenses minus savings, and then that's going to tell you how much you have remaining. Okay, now you want to make adjustments. Maybe you're going to find out that, maybe go back up a little bit. Maybe you're going to find out that you don't have enough in monthly income to actually pay for all these different things. Maybe you're not going to save anything because you don't have any money really put towards savings. You got to put money on these other things. And sometimes if you find that you don't have enough monthly income, you need to cut your expenses. And not only do you guys need to cut your expenses, maybe you need to make more income too. Okay, because saving is very, very important. And that's not something you need to ditch on. You need to be saving every month, literally putting some money into your IRA every month and taking advantage of that. Now, step number 6 is just making adjustments as needed. So if your expenses, again, exceed your income, you need to find areas that you need to cut back, really. And then track your spending daily. Use apps or a notebook to record everything that you spend money on. And then cut back on non-essentials, maybe dining out and subscriptions. I am so happy that I cut back on subscriptions. Like, I'm not paying for Netflix anymore. I got Prime because I have the Prime membership. I cut back on Disney, but now Disney is included for whoever has Spectrum. And now Spectrum is paying for Paramount too, which is good. I get Peacock for free because I have Instacart. So I could have just paid for Peacock, but now I get Peacock for free because I have the Instacart membership, and that's what the Instacart is what I use to go pick up my groceries. So I love it. So just cut back on your subscriptions and remove and review your budget every month and adjust it too. Some things may change. Everything don't have to always be the same. Maybe you're gonna have changes. Maybe you're gonna have additional income. Maybe you had a raise now. Now you're getting paid more. Now you want to put more money in your savings, and continue to pay yourself first. If you're not doing that, paying yourself first, please get on that. I remember hearing that years ago, and I took it to heart a little bit. Like, no, seriously, pay yourself first, especially if you're self-employed. Pay yourself first and put money into your future, because everything is cool and dandy. It's fine when you're just living and you got all your stuff taken care of now, but you're not thinking about the future. If you want to keep what you have going on right now, you really need to be putting money into your IRA every year, at least 6,000 or 6,500 or 7,000, whatever it is that you get to put in that year. You need to be putting that money to the side, because you're going to love yourself when you do that. In the future, you're going to be like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. Especially when you're looking around at everybody else that ain't do what they need to do. Like, oh, y'all having problems. Okay, that means y'all didn't do what y'all need to do. Just think about things like that. Now, I'm just being honest, because these are harsh conversations I have to have with myself. And I'm having these conversations with my daughter now. It's like, hey, when you're getting paid, you have to put money to the side. I don't care about, she said, I don't want to put money in my old people account. I don't care about all this stuff. You have to budget your money. And because you're like, well, I have a subscription. Okay, but have other money for different things, and make sure you put money into your savings. So I'm starting her off now young, so that she don't have to question it. She's gonna already know budgeting. She's gonna already know these different things. But if you like me, you didn't learn this until you was an adult, I have worksheets for you, and I use these worksheets myself. I just created a lot of them. I'm already starting to use some of these worksheets just to track things even better. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys get your membership. If you guys already have your membership, download your guide down below.